Hello and welcome to Where Addicks Walk with myself, Luke, and alongside me we've got Steve and Alan. We're talking all things Charlton after snatching all 3 points at the death. We will also be looking at summer spending, aim for the season, and looking at the new kit, giving it a little rate and review. Firstly, though, I would like to take a moment to talk about one of Charlton's former players in George Costa, who sadly passed away. Alan, great guy, great player.
Yeah, absolute rock at the back. For anyone who didn't see him, you probably see a lot of highlight clips for the younger generation. Haven't seen him. Absolute solid defender. Very, very shocked when we actually signed him. I know obviously you can do a bit of research on the story, but obviously Alan Kirby brought him in loan. It was all supposed to go through a permanent, and then Jose Mourinho got the job at Porto, and the rest is history. He's been on in the Champions League, and he was an absolute warrior. But it's just very disappointing, devastating news, which didn't start off the thing, but the club did well. Minute's applause, and the other two young kids as well. And I noticed the fans, obviously, in the 27th minute, tried to get a song going as well, which I can't repeat, but he definitely does. But it's just disappointing, and it's just so sad.
Steve, good memories of George Costa, good player.
He was. I don't think it goes over the top. For me, he's the best defender that's ever represented the club. Even in that short 6-month spell that he had, he was just a level above even like Richard Rufus and quality centre backs we've had. Costa was just on another level. You could just see that he played at the top of the game. He read the game so well. He wasn't the quickest. He didn't need it. He could just read the game. He knew where he needed to be. He was just in front of the players who were attacking him. I was so excited when we thought we were going to get him on a permanent. I thought this guy's going to be a rock at the back for us for years to come. But as Alan was saying, obviously Jose talked him round and kept him at Porto, which their gain, our loss. But top guy, top quality player, just out of the blue, that just knocked me for six the other day when I heard that. And the club did a great job of it on the day, keeping his memory alive. So everyone just extremely sad to see him go at such a young age, and we wish him and or his family all the best, and hope they can at least enjoy the memories of George, and know that he was much loved over in England as well as he was in Portugal.
Very nice, very nice words, and I say that as well. Very best wishes to the family and friends. And he seemed to be with you on Saturday because you kept a clean sheet and snatched all 3 points at the end. What do you think, Alan? Great game?
First 5 minutes was typical. We're always on the front foot with Nathan Jones. We didn't take advantage of that. First, probably at 10 minutes into it, they got back into it. And it's fairly even. We looked more likely to score. We dealt with their threats down the wide. They kept trying to get the ball wide with a lot of pace, but generally controlled it. I was a bit nervous. There's a couple of misplaced passes and so forth, but the second half they sort of got rid of that sort of nervousness. I think Nathan obviously sat him down, calmed him down a bit. Then we got on the ball a bit more with Coventry in midfield, and overall I think we did deserve the 3 points. Looking back at it, they really didn't do a lot. They had a free kick in the second half, and I think our goalie was that bored he decided to come out and take one of their players out. So,
I've been seeing all pre-season. Kaminski, good keeper. I think he's been doing well pre-season. I saw that and I was like, what's going to happen there? But he started well like Kaminski, isn't he? Pre-season, he's been looking good, Steve.
He's been looking, he looks like a solid goalkeeper. Obviously, he's had 2 tough years with Luton before he's come to us, but I think it's good that we've now got a keeper that we are certain is our number one. I think last season, 1 minute it's Mannion, then it's Maynard Brewer, then it's Mannion again, then it's Maynard, and we never quite settled on one of them to be the main man. I think Mannion just about edged it towards the end, but I mean, Kaminski, he's clearly come in to be our number one for this season and beyond. And he's a big guy. He's going to be commanding in his box. Yeah, he just had a moment's lapse of concentration when he came out a bit rashly, but he was so bored. I mean, Watford at some point have got to attack a team to and put them under pressure. They didn't look that much of a threat coming at us. Now that could be down to their attackers not being great or our defenders just absolutely controlling the game pretty well. It's probably a combination of both of those things, but yeah, he's a good goalkeeper. It's clear to see.
Connor, you mentioned Alan Connor Coventry. I think he controls the midfield very well. Are you expecting a big season from him? Is he going to be important for you boys this season?
Yeah, he'll step up. Kane Ramsey's the other one that stood out yesterday. The two Blackpool boys, very, very impressed by them. Sonny Carey was a lot quicker than we thought he was. He was sort of like leading the press to try and get the ball back. And yeah, once he gets up to, obviously, because he's very much left-footed, he's cutting inside, and obviously left. He can go right, but they were both very, very good and very impressive from what I saw of it. Kelman, unfortunately, didn't get a lot of service to him. Maybe, obviously, didn't have a lot of pre-season, etc. Starting to get used to, obviously, the surroundings, etc. Hopefully get up to a bit more speed, but we've got to get some service into him as well. So at the moment, he very much a pressing forward, and he has to get the ball in the box, in the 6-yard box, definitely. But once he's started with his teammates working out and working on some drills and training, we should see better of him as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think the other thing to note is you like you mentioned a couple of the new signings. I think the transfer window, I think you've been very active, probably more active than I think people. I mean, yourselves might have expected you to be. I think you made some good signings and some money signings as well. You know, it's hard, isn't it, making that step up from League One to the Championship, not to spend too much. But I think you've spent some wisely. Are you happy with the signings? Are you looking for anyone more, Steve, or are you happy with what you got?
I think as summers go, this is one of the best that we've had for as long as I can remember, and since back in the Prem days, even when it's rare to come into a season as optimistic, considering we've just been promoted. All the signs that have come through the door, we're spending money on them. We're giving them long contracts. There's gone are the days now where we're signing like all the freebies or loans and giving them 6-month or 1-year deals and just hoping for the best. We've invested in the future finally at Charlton. We've got hungry young players who are stepping up from League One into a Championship side. Everyone is really excited. Each signing, kind of, you get like Kelman through the door. Okay, who's next? And we all get a bit greedy as fans. We want to hold like 20 signings across the summer, and we all want to see millions of pounds spent. And we have spent a lot of money. I think we're one of the top spenders in the division, let alone with all those teams that are in this league. It's great to see. I think we've probably maybe one or two more still, maybe some wing backs, maybe to get in the door. But I think probably the primary thing now is going to be seeing a few people going out, either on permanence or more likely season-long loans. I think Ahadme's had his day. There's only so many donkeys you can carry in a team. And he's certainly one that's I don't think has got a future at the club. And probably if he wasn't injured, Terry Taylor would probably be on his bike as well.
Very nice. Right, Alan, what about you? Do you think you're looking for anyone else you want through the door, or are you quite happy with what you got?
I think we need something at right back at the moment. Apter, who is a winger, looks like he's going to play that wing back role. It's just because we've got Reece Burke at centre back that can play, and then Ramsey can go up to right wing back. But I do believe that Nathan sees Ramsey as a one of the right-sided third centre back because of the sheer amount of gear balls and his runs into midfield. I think he's better off there. We were linked with a Japanese player that's just gone pretty quiet, and we've had a Dexter from, I can't remember his surname, Dexter on loan, trial from Wolves, which again has gone a bit quiet as well. That's the only area where I'll look at, unless something crazy comes up where you could probably get one of the released Premier League players that's going to add that extra bit of quality that you're going to need in a Championship that can guide us. But other than that, I can't see where we need to improve from there.
Sound very, very optimistic. What's the aims this season? I mean, is it safety, or are you thinking no? Let's try and push on to more of a mid-table sort of finish, or what's the aim, Steve? What are you looking at?
I mean, coming before yesterday, if you'd have said anything above the bottom three, I'd have bitten your hand off. Like that's right. And then I don't want to get silly. Yesterday was great. It was a 1-0 victory. We snuck it at the end. But you've got to start looking. You've got to start thinking. Okay, if that's the standard of team, if then we can do something. We probably are a bit short of a promotion push, or quite a bit short, probably, of a promotion push. But a mid-table finish. Looking at the squad and looking at the cohesiveness of what Nathan Jones has built here, I don't see why we couldn't get a kind of lower to mid-table finish this season and then build on that for next, and hopefully start to push towards those promotion places further up. I don't think we can be expecting to do a Wrexham of just promotion on promotion on promotion. I don't think they'll be doing it this season either, personally. But I think, consolidate this season, make sure that we are still in it. What we don't want is a next season in League One playing EFL Trophy games again. We don't need that rubbish down at the Valley. We need to be a Championship side. We need to be competing with this type of teams. We need to be pushing to get ourselves back in the Premier League in a few years.
I mean, massive team, Charlton. I think the like I say, definitely too big to be stuck in League One. I think, I think it's going to be. I don't know what you think, Alan, but I think the 3 teams coming up from League One, I think, might be very favourites to actually stay in the league. Which then, you look at the Championship, the teams at the bottom, they're thinking, oh, is it their time? So what's the aim for you, Alan? Do you think mid-table, safety? What's your aim?
I took every game last year as a game at a time, and I think we will do this year. Being the boring part of me is, as I say, take it a game at a time. If we could finish probably 3-4 games into the season and mathematically safe, I know it sounds boring, but that's it. Just stay in the division. If you offered us fourth bottom, obviously just above the relegation zone, now we'd take that, and obviously. But Nathan Jones, the way he is, that's every point is up for grabs. Let's see where we go with it. And as for the other 2, I think they will stay up. So it will be 3 going down from the Championship that wasn't the promoted teams.
Yeah, I mean, we've got to mention the boy. We've got to mention Nathan Jones. I mean, to have a manager of that calibre, I think really does help going into the Championship. He knows the league inside out, Steve. What are you making of Nathan Jones since he arrived at the club?
So, I mean, I'll be honest, that when he first came, I wasn't 100% sold on him. And then we had that really bad spell, kind of, was it October, November last season, where we were losing to likes of Crawley, and we just had some absolute dross performances. And I was thinking, the Nathan Jones that turned up at Southampton and Stoke is here, and that's not a Nathan Jones I want to see. And then fair play to him, he turned it around, and it's been just upward trajectory ever since. And we can't get enough of the guy now. He's got everyone galvanised, everyone on board with what he's wanting. It's just high press, high action football that we're seeing now. And I can see why other clubs absolutely can't stand him. I mean, if I was a manager, if I was a fan of another club and watching Nathan Jones, he'd drive me up the wall. But that's what we love about him. He's just brilliant to watch. He's just fantastic, and he's getting the best out of the team that he's now assembled.
Well, were you, Alan? Was there any knee sides from Nathan Jones yesterday, or did he manage to sort of contain a bit of composure? Was he happy yesterday? Was he buzzing?
He was definitely buzzing. No knee slides, these things, but the old hand gestures of thumping up the fence and so forth. He's the only manager I was calling for the ambition. Seeing what he'd done with his Luton side. He was obviously at the club in the younger department as well, before moving on to Brighton. And if we ever get rid of Bowes, I wouldn't mind getting Nathan Jones in. It's front-footed, it's aggressive. They weren't intimidated by us that we were a bigger team. They just come up from League Two. And yeah, I was only advocating for him when he.
Very nice. Also, looking at the new kit, what do you think? Are you happy with this season's kit? Is it a nice one?
It's fairly smart. I mean, it does. It's absolutely. I like the home kit. I like the away kit. Third kit is going to take a little time to grow on me. I think I'm not so sold on that. It's got kind of flecks of like green, gold, and black in it, and it seems to be a bit of a nod towards our links with the Jamaican teams at the minute. And I mean, we've signed enough Jamaicans, so we're making them feel nicely at home. So it's okay, that one, but the home and the away kits are pretty smart and probably some of the best we've had in recent years.
I like the black one. I think it's fresh, and like I said, it's a bit of homage to your Jamaican players, which is nice to see. What were you, Alan? You like the kits?
Away one I do. The third one not so keen on, and the home one, believe it or not, it's got the white at the top. For me, it has to have the white at the side as well. I'm actually wearing the training top, which I went out and bought yesterday. Thought that's very snazzy, so I thought I must treat myself to that one. But but I've gone a bit wild with it. But no, definitely the away one. I'm very proud of it. Happy with it.
Very nice, very nice. Well, like I say, brilliant opening fixture for you boys, grabbing all 3 points right at the end, and long may it continue. Thank you very much, Steve and Alan. We'll catch up again next week and see. So yeah, thank you everybody for watching. Please like and subscribe on the relevant platforms, and see you next week.